Hello and welcome back to my channel. This was a highly requested video by you guys on my Instagram. 100% of you said that you wanted it, so guess what? Here it is. I'm giving it to you right now. Basically, I wanted to chat about how I went from being in a job that was so awful, like literally so awful. I was in a job, I was undervalued, just wasn't a great environment. My office was in a basement. It was just like really all around bad. I would listen to self-development books on repeat. I had dream boards and vision boards up on my wall at work, and people thought I was nutso, which is fine. I really started diving into what would it be like if I worked for myself. Like, fuck these people, I'm never working for anyone again. Also, I really thought after this position that I was unemployable. I thought that I could not be an employee, and I think that this is one of the worst things that we can do to ourselves, because we are 100% able to do anything, yeah, hear me, anything that we want to do, okay? Just because we weren't good at one thing doesn't mean that we aren't good at it ever. So, or as a total, which is what I thought. So, I was working at this job. I was very unhappy. You could see it in my face. Like, I'll even play a video right now of just what I looked like. It just wasn't good.
And I truly feel like when you're in such a stressed mindset, you always pick the black cloud and you never pick the sunshine, because you almost feel like you don't deserve the sunshine. So one of my goals is to show you guys all that you deserve the sunshine.
And so, yeah, I was getting paid, whatever. It just wasn't good. So mentally, I was in a bad place. Mentally, I knew I could do better. And mentally, I knew that I was meant to help people and interact with people and do things that was people-centric. Went on vacation with Matt to Dallas to visit his sister. And on that vacation, I said, I am quitting my job by October 1st. And at this point, it was March. So that was scary. It was scary for me to even write it. Is that better? Only because it was the first time in my life where I was stable. Like, I was making the same income every week, and it was really comfortable. But mentally, it was eating me away, draining me. There was so much gossip, there was so much shit being talked that, like, I physically couldn't handle it anymore. So I set a date, October 1st. I was like, I'm done. I actually didn't make it to October 1st. Spoiler alert. May, June, and then I was out the door. In March, I was like, I need to leave. I actually got this opportunity to work with Angie Lee, and I worked with her, and I got into her mastermind for free. Now, I know a lot of you are probably gonna ask, Megan, how do you attract these situations where you're able to work for influencers, or you're able to kind of get this self-development for free or a fraction of what other people do? And all I have to say to that is, I'm very good at manifesting people. I manifest the people I want into my life. I can't. Ace, what are you doing, buddy? It's a skill that I'm very, very thankful for. And it's one that I've really honed in on. So I got this opportunity to work with Angie, and if you don't know who she is an online entrepreneur, you know, all that good stuff. In that mastermind, I was like, I'm out. So I quit my job. I had no job, no real job from June, July, for 5 freaking months. And when I tell you, when I left, I said, Megan, you have no other option but to make this work, okay? So I really gave myself you have to do this now. So if you're in a job that you hate, I'm gonna give you this first tip. My first tip for you is get into a place where this is do or die, okay? Do or die to learn a new skill. Do or die to make this work. Do or die to make something happen. Because when I tell you, when you have this mentality of do or die, I need to do this, or when you have that in here, you will have to try new things, right? And you're not gonna be good at everything. When you leave your job or when you start to build this on the side, I want you to know You have the ability to do this. I used to fucking say to myself all the time because these mofos beat me down. Like mentally, I was so mentally done. I would drive home and I would yell this out the window. I am confident, I am qualified, and I am competent. I am confident, I am qualified, and I'm a badass. Hello, so I started filming this on my camera, but it died. What I was saying was I used to have to hype myself up and say, I am confident, I am qualified, like I am going to be my own boss, right? And so I worked up all this confidence, I worked up all this determination to be done with being treated like I was not happy with. So I did leave there abruptly, I'm not gonna lie, probably wasn't my best move, but it's cool. So I did leave there. I started my own coaching business. I was coaching these women. I remember the day I signed 3 girls on in one day and I like almost cried and peed my pants because I was like, I made it, right? I was like, I did it and I proved to myself that I did it. But before I left my job, I made sure I had other income. So I got 2 babysitting jobs and I did those and that was enough to like pay my car or something, I don't know. It was not a lot. Part 1 of kind of noticing that you're in a toxic situation and getting out of it, this is what I would recommend. Notice it, know that you are worth more, and know that you can do anything. You are not held back by anybody's expectations of you, and you can create anything that you want. I need you to know that before you leave, because if you leave the job and you're still miserable and you don't think you're capable of anything, you are never going to achieve what you want to achieve, and that is not the point of this. The point of you watching this video is to know that you can do more and to know that you are destined for greatness and your dream company and your dream job does exist. But guess what? You're gonna have to put in some work to make it happen and to make it come to life, because it's not just gonna plop into your lap. What's gonna happen is it's gonna happen in the most magical way after you've put in blood, sweat, tears, cries, everything. You need to be committed to yourself. And that's like the most amazing part of this whole journey, is that once you're committed to yourself, and you know that you can create magic, then that is when it's okay to leave your job. But until then, I do not recommend it. To recap, know that you can do it. Give yourself no other option. And 3, get out there and tell yourself you are capable, you are strong, and guess what? Yeah, I might fail, but I am going to come back even stronger and even better than I was before. And once you start feeling it and saying it and living it and breathing it and believing it, then that is when you will start to create magic. So I want you to know it's okay if you fail. It's okay if you're not ready to leave your job yet, because guess what? Money is important and you gotta pay your bills, sister. I get it. So I want you to focus on your mind, to know that you are capable of creating your own success, to know that you can get any job that you dream of, to know that you aren't unemployable just because this job isn't in your zone of genius, okay? You are employable, you are worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You are not worth getting put down, getting talked to. It's not worth it, because every day when you go to work, you're gonna see flames coming out of that motherfucker. And guess what? Those flames don't go away, no matter how much CBD oil you take. So